guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my epiphany.
I just had an epiphany. I need to go to Tiffany's. Fendi on my slippers and my always slippery.
Okay, so I'm aware that the light is way back there, but you know how you get like a different mood when you walk to like different spaces in your house? Right now I'm in the kitchen. I can feel like I'm getting a flu. There's a flu coming on, so I have some tea and I need to calm it down before I get full on sick, and let's do this. So I think for a very long time I have been putting this off. I have been completely oblivious to the fact that I have had this condition, and I think now is a time that is better than any to realize what this condition is. So my cat is, as usual, very attracted to me when I start talking, so now I gotta put down my tea and pick him up because he's 19 years old and we gotta, love him for that. He wants to be a part of the show, guys. Okay, anyway, so for the longest time, or as long as I can remember, I have constantly been super aggravated by certain colors. Now, when I say certain colors, I don't mean I'm, scribbling across, like doing a fashion illustration and I use red and I'm like, no, it isn't anything like that. So get that notion out of your head. It is basically when I come into a space, when I walk into my room, for example, and there's white bed sheets, a red rug, yellow curtains, a green desk, and that completely throws me off and I get super irritated. But here's the thing, and here's the tricky part, and this is why you have to know yourself. I've noticed that I'm so used to suppressing that feeling that it's almost like you're, in those cartoons when they sit on a geyser, or like that game whack-a-mole, when you try to whack it somewhere or block the hole, sounds wrong again, the mole pops up from another hole, multiple holes. And for me, it's kind of like that. I'm so used to suppressing the aggravation that I feel from elements like that, that I end up blowing up in other areas of my life because of the aggravation caused by specific design details around me. Now, it doesn't primarily only relate to color. It relates to the type of rug. Like right now we have a rug here in this kitchen and it's irritating me to no end because it looks, and it is, a bathroom rug and it should not be in a kitchen. Much like how the cupboard on my right is black when the entire kitchen is gray, the window of the microwave is black, the sponge is yellow, like all of them, if I think of them together. Now, this is why it's always good to know yourself. It is good to control this habit because I know that sometimes, I can't control everything and not everything can look the way I want it to look. But I think it's also all things in moderation. For me, it's always about design elements and I want things to look cohesive. And I firmly believe that our living conditions truly impact our auras and how we deal with other people and how we deal with our work and how we are as a person in our everyday life. That being said, I finally accepted the fact that I am super OCD. Now, this might not come as a shock to all of you that have known me for a very long time, but I am so finicky about certain things. And you know what, honestly, I don't need to apologize, but I would never inconvenience somebody else because of this. I would never be like, oh, I can't do this because of X, Y, Z, unless I am, for example, I, don't like going to certain places, for example, because they're crowded. I like going to malls in the morning because the crowds are not there. I don't like going to places that are loud. I don't like going to places where there's an influx of people. That really aggravates me as well. And it's not because I have social anxiety. It's just because I enjoy calm environments and I want to actually listen to the person I'm going out with for coffee or lunch or dinner. And I love how this cat is trying to fit on my lap when he can't. This is like a prime example of how if it doesn't fit, gotta make it fit. Okay, anyway, that's my failed attempt at dancing. So since I've accepted or had this epiphany that I am OCD in several minor ways, it's about moving forward with this. Now, because I've accepted this, I know that one, not everybody is like me, so I have to have patience with other people. Two, I am not saying I'm OCD in the sense that, you know, somebody wears a color and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so OCD. No, it's not a joke, and it's not something that's threatening my life, but I do understand how it can become problematic with the people I have relationships with. So I do need to tone it back, but at the same time I need to find a healthy balance for myself so that I don't aggravate other people that, you know, other people that I encounter or other people whose living spaces I inhabit. It made me sound like something out of National Geographic, like, you know, the bird of paradise travels into the cave of the Ottoman otter. The Ottoman otter? That sounds so funny. Imagine an Ottoman made out of otter. Anyway, so, long story short, I am OCD and I need to tone it back, take it back, and realize that not everybody has the same vision as me for their living space or for their surroundings, but I often look at it in a way where I think discipline in all aspects of your life is only going to make you a better person. I think if you want a great body, you need to have discipline to get up at 6 a.m. and go for a workout. If you want to, you know, ace that meeting, you need to, again, brief yourself, study, you need to go the extra mile, find out points that perhaps your colleagues wouldn't. I think in all aspects of your life, you need to have discipline, and for me, that is so important with like my living space, especially, and with my clothes. Like, I want everything to reflect my aesthetic, and I want everything to speak, you know, speak about me as a person, and I want it to reflect the best version of me. And I've learned along the way, and along with acknowledging this, I've also learned that I don't owe people an apology for the way that I am, because I owe it to myself to get it under control. And obviously, if I am wrong in any situation, I will apologize. But at the same time, I've learned that wanting things to be better and wanting more from life is not a crime, and you should never apologize for wanting to be the best version of yourself and surround yourself with the best things. And for me, I tend to look at this as something that is a blessing for me in my life, because I think it also really ties in with my talent as a designer, and it really kind of meshes very well with the type of person that I am. And you know, when you look at my work, you see those elements. You see the little, like, the neutrality of the colors, and you know, it speaks. It is a part of me. And while I'm working day by day to kind of minimize the effect it has on other people, I'm sitting right in front of the aircon and my nose is starting to run. So I'm gonna cut this short. But I think if you're out there, and I'm pretty sure all of you, there are so many other people out there that have it way more serious than I do, and you know, your OCD is to another level. But all I can say is, as somebody who is, you know, in the middle on the scale, take a deep breath, have some patience, learn to take it back a few notches, and go on and live your life. Go out. Did I just create a new word? Go out. Live your life. Live your life to the bestest. Be happy. And have some neat, organized, fantastic surroundings around you, because you know what? You don't owe it to anybody else to explain who you are as a person. If somebody doesn't accept you, they don't accept you. I do agree that we're getting into another topic right now, but if you get into a relationship, yes, there's a certain level of compromise, and in general, you should try to accommodate people and, you know, be accommodating in general. But at the same time, you shouldn't feel bad about who you are intrinsically as a person. You should go out there, be the best version of yourself, and live your life. Okay, that's my little short vlog for today, guys. I love you all. Please make sure you're following me on my Instagram and my Twitter. I barely use Snapchat, but you can follow me on Snapchat if you want. All the information is in the bio. I love you guys, and I love you guys so much for all the support and the feedback you give me on the vlogs.